still praying I onward now. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand. My feet on heaven's stable land, a higher plane than I am found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand. My feet on heaven's stable land, a higher plane than I am found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand. My feet on heaven's stable land, a higher plane than I am found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. Pressing on the upward way, new heights I'm gaining every day. Still praying as I onward bound. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand. My feet on heaven's stable land, on higher plane than I am found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand. My feet on heaven's stable land, a higher plane than I am found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. All right, welcome in everybody. How you doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's your day been? Anyways, it's morning here. What time is it right there? I want to know where you're watching from. So in the comment section, tell me where you're watching from. You are worthy, oh Lord. You are worthy, oh Lord. As the deep panted for the water, so my soul longs after you. You alone at my heart, desiring alone to strength and shield. To you alone may my spirit yield. You alone at my heart desire and alone to worship. You alone at my strength and shield. You alone may my spirit yield. You alone at my heart desire and alone to worship. You alone at my strength and shield. You alone may my spirit yield. You alone at my heart desire and alone to worship. I say yes, oh yes, to your will and to your ways. I say yes, oh yes, I do trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree. Then my answers will be yes, oh yeah. I say yes, oh yes, to your will and to your way. I say yes, oh yes, I do trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree. And my answers will be yes, oh yeah. I say yes, oh yes, to your will and to your ways. I say yes, oh yes, I do trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree. And my answers will be yes, oh yes. I say yes, oh yes, to your will and to your ways. I say yes, oh yes, I do trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree. And my answers will be yes, oh yeah. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree. And my answers will be yes, oh yeah. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree. And my answers will be yes, oh yeah. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree. And my answers will be yes, oh yeah. I say yes, oh yes, to your will and to your ways. I say yes, oh yes, I do trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree. And my answers will be yes, oh yeah. Hello, how you doing? Hope your day is good so far. Where are you watching from? Kazakhstan. Wow, what time is it right there? I say yes, oh yes, to your will and to your ways. I say yes, oh yes, I do trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree. And my answers will be yes, oh yeah. And were you on the live yesterday night? I don't know what time it is over there, but I had the live yesterday. I think I saw you. say yes, oh yes. How to trust you and obey when your spirit speaks to me. With my whole heart I'll agree, and my answers will be yes, oh yeah. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree, and my answers will be yes, oh yeah. You know, yesterday we were talking about selfishness. We're talking about how selfishness stop people from achieving the potentials that they have. Now, on the surface, selfishness feels like you are moving forward because you tend to think about yourself first, and you don't even care about, not even thinking of yourself first, you're thinking of only yourself. You know, hey, how you doing? Now it may seem like what could be wrong? You're thinking of yourself, your comfort, how it makes you feel at the expense of other people. What could go wrong? I say yes, oh yes, to your will and to your ways. I say yes, oh yes, I do trust you and obey when your spirit speaks to me. With my whole heart I'll agree, and my answers will be yes, oh yeah. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree, and my answers will be yes, oh yeah. So question is, what could go wrong if all you think about is you? Now, this is what can go wrong. When people, you know, everyone has selfishness inside of them. Just like you are selfish, somebody else is selfish, right? So, but then how do humans compensate for that? No, I'm not an American. I'm a Nigerian. I'm right here in Nigeria. All right. Now, so how does the human being compensate for it? It's all about give and take. What are you willing to give in exchange for that thing you want? For the comfort you want to have, what are you willing to give? For the respect that you want, what are you willing to give? I say yes, oh yes, to your will and to your ways. I say yes, oh yes, I do trust you and obey when your spirit speaks to me. With my whole heart I'll agree, and my answers will be yes, oh yeah. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree, and my answers will be yes, oh yeah. Now, the people that get most out of life are those who are willing to give more. Did you get that? Let me say it again. The people that get the most in life are those who are willing to give more, or to more people. The billionaires we have in the world today, they've been able to touch the lives of more people than the poor person. You know, a lot of poor people have this thing in their minds that the world would be better if you just kill all the rich people. And first and foremost, I ask a question. Poor people don't provide jobs for poor people. That means poor people don't pay salaries. Can you see that? One man is probably responsible for the welfare and well-being of 1,000 people, and you expect him to stay poor? I say yes, oh yes, to your will and to your ways. I say yes, oh yes, I do trust you and obey when your spirit speaks to me. With my whole heart I'll agree, and my answers will be yes, oh yes. You know, when you look at the 10 Commandments, God said something. He said, thou shalt not covet that which belongs to your neighbor. In other words, don't begin to look at what your neighbor has and say, I wish that were mine. Oh, I understand you don't know English, so you're using a translator. Okay, it's all right. God bless you. So, in the 10, one of the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not covet your neighbor's ox, his wife, his whatever. But every poor person, that's what they want. That which is not theirs is where their eyes are on. And guess what it does? Because you are looking at what your neighbor has, you can't even see what you have. Good morning. Because all you're looking for is what your neighbor owns. You can't focus on what you have. So what happens is, say, energy flows where focus is. Wherever focus is, that's where energy flows. And so because you're focused on what your neighbor has, you don't think of what you have. Who knows, you probably have a lot more than your neighbor. But because your eyes are where your neighbor is, that's where energy flows. Reminds me of a story I saw. I say yes, oh yes, to your will and to your way. I say yes, oh yes. Good morning. I do trust you and obey when your spirit speaks to me. Thank you. With my whole heart I'll agree, and my answers will be yes, oh yes. I say yes, oh yes, to your will and to your ways. I say yes, oh yes, I do trust you and obey when your spirit speaks to me. With my whole heart I'll agree, and my answers will be yes, oh yes. Now there's the story I saw. It's a cartoon actually that I saw, and in the picture, these guys were digging for precious ornaments, you know, gemstones. Now, one was digging to the right, the other one was digging to the left, and they were just digging and digging and hoping to find. And then one guy, the guy digging to the right, found one gemstone, but it wasn't a very, very expensive one, but it was still gem. And he told his neighbor, I found one. And guess what the neighbor did? Instead of digging, he pretended like he wanted to take a look and struck his friend and took that gem and left. Guess what? Just one dig, he would have had a lot more germs than the one his neighbor got. And he forfeited all of those just because his eyes were at the one his neighbor had. So selfishness makes you forget what you got, and you're looking at what your neighbor has. I say yes, oh yes, to your will and to your ways. I say yes, oh yes, I do trust you and oh, I bet. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree, and my answers will be yes, oh yeah. I'm from Nigeria. Where are you from? I say yes, oh yes, to your will and to your ways. I say yes, oh yes, I do trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree, and my answers will be yes, oh yeah. And that is the sorry story of Africa today. In Africa, we are always looking to the Western world and now to Asia for the things we think we need, ignoring those things that are right here under our feet. It took the white man to come and tell us that we have oil under our feet. And guess what? After we got told, we started killing ourselves. For who controls what? What we've always had, but because our eyes were somewhere else, energy went somewhere else. I say yes, oh yes, to your will and to your ways. I say yes, oh yes, I do trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree, and my answers will be yes, oh yeah. I say yes, oh yes, to your will and to your ways. I say yes, oh yes, I do trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree, and my answers will be yes, oh yeah. So, when you are so selfish, you will never look at what you got. That's one of the byproducts of selfishness. One of the byproducts of selfishness is lack of vision. Lack of vision. Because you will never see. You will never use your mind. You are only interested in what others are. And guess what? You are always fun seeking. Yes, that's all you do. You're only thinking of fun, how to have fun. You are not thinking of adding value to society. So when you're not adding value to society, what you got? Nothing. I say yes, oh yes, to your will and to your ways. I say yes, oh yes, I do trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree, and my answers will be yes, oh yeah. Now a lot of parents make this mistake. You have children, and children are born selfish. Children are born selfish. And when you don't bridle that selfish tendency, they become a menace to society. Yeah. Now they think because anything they want, you give to them. They cry and you say, okay, don't cry. What do you want? Daddy will get it for you. Mommy will get it for you. And they do bad things, and you encourage them, thinking that you're showing them love. It will come back to bite you. I say yes, oh yes, to your will and to your ways. I say yes, oh yes, I do trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree, and my answers will be yes, oh yeah. I say yes, oh yes, to your will and to your ways. I say yes, oh yes, I do trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree, and my answers will be yes, oh yeah. They say the human mind is better than any computer ever produced. That's the potential of the human mind. Why is that? Because it took the human mind to produce the computer. But what you don't use, you lose. That thing you will not use, you must lose. Because nature abhors vacuum. I say yes, oh yes, to your will and to your ways. I say yes, oh yes, I do trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree, and my answers will be yes, oh yeah. What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. I'm pressing on the upward way, new heights I'm gaining every day. Still praying I onward bound, Lord, plant my faith on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand by faith on heaven's table land, a higher place than I am found. Lord, plant my faith on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand by faith on heaven's stable land, a higher place than I am found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. So if you ever want to push ahead in life, you must learn to drop childish tendency. Let me ask you a question. If every child is born selfish, so that's, they don't have to learn to be selfish. A child wants to be carried, disturbs you in the middle of the night because it's uncomfortable and needs you to help comfort him without thinking about your own comfort. And we can accept it because they are hardwired like that from birth. What makes you think that the only thing that you're wired at birth is what is going to make you succeed in life when you had to learn every other thing? Every other thing you need to succeed in life, you learn. You have to learn leadership. You have to learn your crafts. You have to learn all of this. That also goes to show that you have to unlearn some things. And selfishness happens to be one of them. Lord, lift me up and let me stand. My faith on heaven's stable. Stick around, you find out a higher place than I am found. Lord, plant my faith on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand by faith on heaven's stable land, a higher place than I am found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground, high. So it goes without saying that if everything that you need to survive and succeed in life, you have to learn, it also means that you have to unlearn some things. For example, as a child, if you needed anything, you cried. And once you cried, you got what you want. But when you became an adult, crying, I mean, how do you see? I mean, I walk up to you and I'm like, I need $10,000. Can you give me $10,000? Because as we age, our toys are more expensive. And when you're a child, there was pops, there were moms to provide the things that, and you know, every child, the parents are the first hero that they'll ever get to know. So what makes you think that your innate desire, your inborn desires as a child is what will take you across the finish line of adulthood? Now, you have to unlearn those things. Why do you work? Why do you inconvenience yourself? A sportsman have to inconvenience himself to train at odd hours, to go on strict diets, eat what he doesn't like. Yeah, force himself to like what he eats. He doesn't like it, but he has to. Just because he wants to. Is it because he wants to impress himself? No, it's not for him. He does it because he wants to make other people happy. Lord, lead me up and let me stand by faith on heaven's stable land. A higher plan than I am found. Lord, plant my faith on higher ground. So they go through that torture and sometimes through some humiliations, and today we celebrate them. We celebrate them. Now we don't see the sacrifices they made. We don't see those hard work that they put in. We don't see because we're not there. You're not there early in the morning when he goes jogging. When he goes jogging, when he feels like sleeping, you were still sleeping. But you want to get the same respect he gets. You see, it's unrealistic. You want to get it by probably stealing it. And guess what? The guy who has worked for it has also learned to protect what he got. So in your view, it has to be get rich or die trying. I'm pressing on the upward way, new heights I'm gaining every day. Still praying as I onward bound. Lord plants my faith on higher ground. The thing about selfishness is that it pays for the moment. You know, a friend of mine was telling me about a mutual friend that he lent some money to. He lent him the money, and the guy said, I'm gonna pay you back on Friday in 3 days time. In 3 days time, the guy didn't call. He didn't see his money. So the friend waited a day and called the next day. Hey buddy, to say, buddy, how about my money? The guy, the friend, refused to pick up his phone. Called several other times. He didn't pick. He didn't return the call. The next day, same thing. So he sent a text message, and there was still no response. I'm pressing on the upward way, new heights I'm gaining every day. Still praying as I onward bound. Lord plants my faith on higher ground. Lord lift me up and let me stand my faith on heaven's stable land, a higher plan than I am found. Lord, plant my faith on higher ground. Hello, Canada. How you doing? Now, for those who are requesting songs, let me tell you why sometimes I don't do some of those songs. Because YouTube will give me a strike for copyright. And that's why I sing mostly songs that don't have that pattern. So if you don't mind, I can do the song. YouTube will give me a strike. I'm searching on the upward way, new heights I'm gaining every day, still praying as I onward bound. Lord, plant my faith on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand by faith on heaven's stable land, a higher place than I am found. Lord, plant my faith on higher ground. So most times we want to we see what these celebrities got. We see the fame, the paparazzi, and all the glitz and the glamour. But we don't see the price that they have to pay. You know, growing up, I thought that all you need succeed in anything you do was just hard work. I thought of, but then I got to also learn that sometimes some people get ahead by selling their souls to the devil. And you know what? You will get it cheaper. Less hard work, you get it, and you get the adulation of the word. But then you made a deal, you made a trade, and he must come for his pound of flesh because you sold your soul. Why did you sell your soul? Because you don't even know what it is. And the devil came and said, look, all I need is just your soul. I give you all of this. And you're like, what's the soul? What's that? What do I even need it for? And you sell it to the devil. And you get a decent meal. According to Kanye West, before he got born again, he said this, these are his words. I sold my soul to the devil. I know it was a crappy deal, but at least it came with some toys and a decent meal. Toys, cars, private jets, and a decent meal. Question is, you must be willing to give something. Nothing is free. Not even in Freetown. You don't get free things in Freetown. I'm pressing on the upward way. New heights I'm gaining every day. praying I onward bound. Lord, plant my faith on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand by faith on heaven's tableland. A higher plane than I am found. Lord, plant my faith on higher ground. All hail King Jesus. All hail Emmanuel, King of kings, Lord of lords, bright morning star. Into eternity I sing your praise, and forever I will reign. Back to the story of my friend. He refused to pay back the money. Guess what? He needed another money, and he told another friend, and the friend was going to give to him. And somehow it's just, like I said, it's a mutual friend. And he mentioned it to this other guy that, look, this guy asked to borrow some money, and I'm thinking of getting him the money. And the guy said, well, you can. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but the money you want to give to him, just make sure it's money you can let go. He said, no, I can let it go. It's my house rent. He said he needs it for a few days and he'll get it back. I said, well, I gave him money 6 months ago. He told me the same story. Until date, I'm still expecting my money. Guess what? Your mama kind of homeless. What country are you from? If your mama is homeless, what are you doing? How old are you? Get your mama a house. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Thank you. So now the story just kind of, the story was just going on like that. Oh, that savage boy. You see, this is what I'm talking about. It doesn't work like that. You don't know me. I don't know you. But you want me to give you some funds. For what? You see, exactly what I'm talking about here. People want things for free. What are you willing to do for the funds that you're looking for? And that is how selfishness works. Because you think people have it, they should give me. Those people who have it, how did they get it? Does it even occur to you? And if they have it, what makes you think they don't need it for something else? Great, great is your faithfulness. Oh God, my Father, there is no shadow of turning with thee. Thou changest not, thy compassions the fail not. As thou hast been, thou forever will be. Great is your faithfulness. Great is your faithfulness. Morning by morning, do mercies I see. All I have needed, your hands have provided. Great is your faithfulness, Lord, unto me. Great is your faithfulness. Great is your faithfulness. Morning by morning, do mercies I see. All I have needed, your hands have provided. Great is your faithfulness, Lord, unto me. I just said something right here, that nothing is for free. Not even in Freetown, you don't get free stuff. The first work, the first assignment that God gave to man after creation is work. And even when the woman was created to work also. You see, it's unfortunate that a lot of ladies think that the man should work and they just be there to enjoy what the man has. No. You were made to help. And that means you have your job cut out for you too. Your job is cut out for you. And that's why they say, beside or behind, anyhow you choose to put it, every successful man, there is a woman. Beside every successful man, there is a woman. And also, behind or beside every unsuccessful man, there is also a woman. Great is that faithfulness. Oh God, my Father, there is no shadow of turning with thee. Thou changes not, thy compassions will fail not. As thou hast been, thou forever will be. Thank Thank you so much for the taps. Great is the faithfulness. Great is the faithfulness. Morning by morning, the mercies I see. All I have needed, your hands have provided. Great is your faithfulness. Great is your faithfulness. Great is your faithfulness, Lord, unto you. You know, you have, the Bible says stolen waters is sweet. You know, you will have to decide for yourself. If you cannot discipline yourself, self-discipline, if you cannot discipline yourself to do the things you should do when you should do them, you will have to either work for somebody else or you have to depend on somebody else who can help discipline you. There isn't any running away from self-discipline. You either do it by yourself or somebody else will do it for you. And you know, when somebody else does it, it can be cruel. And yet, you ain't gonna get the benefits that you get if you had done it by yourself. And that will mean there are things you must give up. Great is your faithfulness. Great is your faithfulness. Morning by morning, the mercies I see. All I have needed, your hands have provided. Great is your faithfulness, Lord, unto me. Anyways, until I come your way again, my name remains Pastor Dafe. I see you in 11 hours time or thereabout later today. And before then, have the best of God. God bless you.